jam. We all dread it, yet they're becoming an all too familiar part of our daily lives.
When we have all these highway, we only manage to make sure that there is a good hardware, but how about the software?
As urbanization accelerates, congestion is spreading like wildfire. But is there a way out?
Without the software, then we cannot manage the highway system.
Stay with us on Decimal Point as we speak to a road safety expert who has a groundbreaking automated solution that could even detect road accidents in real time.
This system uses real-time data to monitor traffic growth, allowing for dynamic adjustment to traffic signals and improving overall efficiency. This smart city initiative are not just about improving urban living. They are also aligned with Sarawak's broader climate goals.
An efficient urban planning and the surge in private vehicle ownership are major contributors to the escalating traffic congestions in Klang Valley, as well as Johor Bahru and Penang, according to the experts. With road accidents costing Malaysia over 25 billion ringgit in lost economic value in 2023 alone due to serious injuries and fatalities. Addressing these issues has never been more urgent. In this episode, we are honored to speak with one of Malaysia's leading road safety expert, the visionary behind the groundbreaking AI-powered program that promises to keep an eye on the road.
I had to leave for work super early this morning, as most people do, to avoid traffic jam. Something most Malaysians do, as most of us work in urban areas. Now, as we progress into a higher income nation status, more cities, I would say, highways are being more developed. More and more nations like Malaysia are also improving on public transport like MRT. So, what is your view on the importance of road traffic management?
Traffic management is very important to ensure that there is a high mobility within the city. We know that we have more routes over the years, but if we compare the growth of routes, then compared to like motorcycle, motor car, the number of vehicles is grow faster than the routes. So therefore, it's without proper management, then you will see that there will be many like congestions and also the safety issue.
Now, Prof, to continue with that, I know that you have developed an AI-powered system. This system autonomously detects road accidents in real time and also alert road users through notifications via WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter. Now, this is a game changer for cities like ourselves in Malaysia. Now, what made you come up with this program? Like, what inspired you to work on this program in terms of the programming? How long have you been working on it? And perhaps who are those people working with you for this program?
Okay, this program was started in 2023. I think it's about like 2 years ago. Okay, so with my team, with my students, okay, the reason why we want to come out RS is because of we noticed that there is around 20% of the fatality. So it means that it's equal to like 1,500 fatality. They die not because they die immediately after the incident, They die because of they are waiting too long for the rescues. So therefore, we think that maybe we should think about how are we going to fill the gap. So I think this is the starting point of ARIS. So then we did discuss with many like authority, the DBKL and LLM. So we noticed that the system they use is good, but still not capable to help to detect this 20% of the victim.
And now, with that said, Prof, earlier I did not mention that you actually managed to create this program to alert users in real time, something that perhaps when you mentioned about the 20% of fatality that the authorities have not managed to cover, perhaps is that a advantage of ARIS compared to any existing systems that are available in the market?
For your information, ARIS is developed without any grants. Okay, there is no grants and also very low expenses. You can see that I'm using these very simple computers. So I would say that ARIS is not, until now, or ARIS is not meant to serve the public, but we prefer to serve the authority. So the authority must know the problem, where is the problem, and so that they can take proper action and also the timely actions.
The Malaysia Road Safety Plan 2014-2020 has set a target of reducing 50% of road accidents fatalities by 2020, in line with one of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Despite that, road accidents reached an 8-year peak in 2023, numbering more than 598,000.
Does ARIS program works, in terms of traffic congestions and accident? What is the edge that ARIS gives to the authorities, to the users that are using the system?
You can imagine in this way. We start with the accidents. So we have many observe points over the maps. Okay, say for example, we talk about one particular observe point A. So if you are familiar with Google Map traffic, so you will see different colors on the roads. We have greens, we have the yellow, red, and also the dark red. Okay, greens indicate smooth traffic. Dark red means that bumper to bumpers. So imagine if first time ARIS, when they come to the first observe point A, the color is green colors. Within a very short cycle, like for example, like less than 10 minutes, when you back to the same point, it changed from green to dark red. So this is the basic ideas of how we identify or detect the incident. This is for incident detection. For congestions, this is something very interesting. So I think that everyone knows what is congestion. But when I ask the question, what is congestion? The only answer is they say that the car cannot move and we have to take long time to reach our destination. I think this is the best answer the public can give it to me. So, but I think that if you think carefully, there are many questions we want to answer. The first thing is that where is the starting point? How many of them? Okay, we have the theory saying that if this is the congested areas, so when you come to that areas at the 4:30, you won't see the jam. But after 5, then you will see the jam building up. Then it will build slowly until it grow to certain direction with different rate. So we assume that there are many points around. Then when this congestion they merge, they will become area-wide congestion. So we have to understand the mechanism of the growth of congestion. Otherwise, we have no idea how are we going to solve the problem. So that's why we need ARIS to tell us that the growth mechanism, the patterns. So ARIS will help us to capture the information and save as a video file so that you know in this particular area or study areas how the congestion start and how many points around that, so that we know, macam tu, then we figure out what is the solution, what is the best solution to solve the problem. Talking about the data on congestion, our authority, our Malaysian authority, and also other country authority, none of them they have the data. This is not only happen in Malaysia, even happen in US, happen in Korea, they don't have this data. So therefore, you can say that most of the intervention they implement in Malaysia and also other countries, so they use the way like agak-agak. Okay, so that's why I say this is a very important contributions by ARIS.
Earlier you mentioned that you just need your computer. I mean, like, is that all with minimal cost, or how? Can you tell us a little bit more on that?
The implementation of ARIS is very cheap, very low cost. Okay, so we just need one computer, one Wi-Fi. That's it. So we need computer so that we can run the ARIS system to monitor the traffic on Google Maps, and we need Wi-Fi to ensure that there is a good communication between ARIS and also the users. And we are not responsible to buy handphone for the users. For your information, I have many heavy users like LLM, PDRMs, and also the DBKL. Okay, I didn't collect single cent for them. I said, you just use it. Okay, my aim is that I want to contribute to my country. Now the ARIS is mainly to serve the policymakers, because policymakers, they have to take action to solve the problem. Okay, so that's why policymakers is very important for me. It's my main target. So if you think that you want to use ARIS, it's very simple. I created the what you call the WhatsApp group. We have the WhatsApp group for KL, for Brunei, for Penang. Okay, so you just need to join the WhatsApp group as usual. That's it. And there is no installation. There is no installation. There is no software you need to download. Okay, you just join as usual.
Now, wow, Prof, now I can be a part of this WhatsApp group and I get to know all of this information. Perhaps like the users at home will be really, really intrigued to join it. I heard that you actually have a meeting or a presentation with the LLM where you managed to present them the whole implementation of the program of ARIS. Now, I also heard that you actually went to China, Xin'an, and of course Nanjing. So now, with that said, are they adopting your program?
Yes, they adopt the system. I start with LLM. I'm very close with LLM, so I go there. I present to them. Okay, basically they are quite happy with this, and I told them that okay, we need a very good collaboration, so that I know what kind of improvement I need to do to serve you well. So I also present this system to DBKL, the ITIS, and also the Putrajaya. I have a system in Putrajaya. I meet the Putrajaya holding staff, so they are using my system now. So last month I went to China. I went to Xi'an. So because why I went to Xi'an? Because someone told me that Xi'an is very congested. So that's why I chose to go to Xi'an, and I have a student over there. I told my student, you bring me to Xi'an City, the most congested area. So they bring me there, then I see the problem. Okay, I said, okay, why not I implement the system in China? So that's why I talked to a number of universities in Xi'an. Then they agree to collaborate with me. Okay, so I will find some grant for them, okay, so that they can start over there. So of course I need to spend more time. As you know that Xi'an and also Nanjing is very huge city. If you compare Xi'an with KL, it's 4 times larger than KL. So it's quite challenging.
So when you say that they are largest city, I mean, of course their population is also much bigger compared to Malaysia. Now, Prof, are you aware of what kind of system that they are actually using in China, and is it much different compared to ARIS?
They have many CCTV. I would say that they have too many CCTV in the town, but what is lacking is that they don't have the AI system to link up all these CCTV informations. Okay, this is something maybe they have to think about it. But if we compare with ARIS, ARIS is not using any CCTV, so that's why ARIS can be very cheap. Okay, very cheap system to be operate, and also our system is more efficient. The only limitation with ARIS is because ARIS has no eye. There is no CCTV. If we already say that there is something happened, then we have no idea what is it. Is it a trailer? Is it a motorcycle? Or other incidents? This is something we need to think about this further. So that's why I told LLM, I also told DBK, I said, if you allow me to connect my system to your CCTV system, that means that you can run your traffic monitoring center with no staff. This is what we call unmanned TMC. And in fact, we plan to do this, to establish a lab centers in my centers. and sponsored by one company. So this is a good idea because now AI is the AI world, so everything is talk about unmanned. So we are going to have the first unmanned TMC, not in Malaysia but in the world.
Wow, meaning that there's minimal human intervention.
No human.
No human intervention.
24 hours, non-stop. Comfortably, convenient and safe. Transportation play a very important role. If we fail to have a smart transportation, then don't dream that we will have the smart city.
Borneo is undergoing rapid economic growth with the expansions of cities such as Kuching, Bintulu, Miri and Kota Kinabalu, alongside major infrastructure projects such as the Pan-Borneo Highway. New challenges arise with the increasing road networks. How can AI solutions help to mitigate common issues associated with this growth?
Okay, like major city in East Malaysia, like Kuching, is not considered a small city anymore. It's getting bigger and bigger and more vehicles. So therefore, okay, we need to have a very efficient traffic management methods. So we can divide these discussions on 2 points. One is the city, the other one is the highway. Okay, RIS can help the city to monitor the city whether the city still have the high mobility level or not. As I said that we build roads all the times. We have more car all the years. So, but the rate or the increased rate of increasing in car and road is not the same. So, if we don't manage the traffic well, then you can see in very short period of time, you will see that Kuching is very congested. KK is very congested. Okay, this one thing. The other thing is that I foresee that maybe in near future we are going to have more expressway in Sabah and Sarawak. We need it, especially when one day that the capital of Indonesia will move to the Kalimantan, then you will see there's more rapid growth will happen in these two cities. So therefore, we need to use more highway to connect the two countries together. But if the highway we build, but we are not going to ensure that the highway is a safe highway travels, there is no use. So therefore, RIS also can play a very important role to help us to make sure that the highway is safe. Even though maybe the accident will happen, but at least we know where are them and what is happening, so that we can let the authority to take immediate actions. And this is what we can see that in the near future that we have to implement more RIS system in the East Malaysia.
Now, Prof, earlier you mentioned that the new capital of Indonesia to Kalimantan. Could you actually shed light on the potential trade routes of the Pan-Borneo Highway that links Sarawak, Sabah and Brunei, and other highways like the Trans-Malindo, as well as potentially connected to the Trans-Kalimantan?
Okay, so if you refer to Pan-Borneo, Pan-Borneo plans, it started many years ago. During that time, no one know that Indonesia is going to move the capital to Kalimantan. So the basic plan on Pan-Borneo is to connect the Sabah and Sarawak. So that's why I believe that maybe they have to replant, so that they can link Pan-Borneo to the Kalimantan, to the Indonesian new capitals. But I think that if we only rely on a few highway only, is not sufficient. So that's why I foresee that more and more highway will be built. In order to make sure that the route network is like flexible, high connectivity. But when we have all this highway, we only manage to make sure that there is a good hardware. But how about the software? Without the software, then we cannot manage the highway system. So therefore, I believe that RIS will play a very important role in software parts to manage to make sure that there's high connectivity, then there is no any disturbance, and there is no any safety issue. So with these two, hardware and software matured, then we can see that there will be a very good link between the Sarawak, Sabah, and also the Kalimantan. Because Pan-Borneo Highway is a very long highway, it's longer than the Plus Highway. So and of course the traffic maybe at this moment the traffic flow is not as high as Plus Highway, but accident still happens. So if we rely on the old system, we install many CCTV along the Pan Borneo Highway, it won't be efficient to help us to guard or to monitor the safety performance of the highway. And furthermore, if you think about you want to install sufficient numbers of CCTV, it's very costly. Then we have to spend more money to build more TMC, to train more people to operate the system. So I think this is not a feasible solution. So therefore, we have to look for the very effective and very powerful and also very intelligent system to help us to do the job. Okay, I think ARIS meet all these criteria. But when we talk about the ARIS implementation in the cities, so we are more concerned about the traffic light. ARIS will help us to monitor the traffic light performance. So there are two things ARIS can do for us, okay, to monitor the traffic light performance. One is that we want to know traffic light, whether traffic light is still performing or not. Okay, if the traffic light is not performing, then maybe if we use the rely on the old way, we will take very long time to detect the problem. Okay, but if we replace this mechanism by ARIS, ARIS can tell us whether this happened or not in a very short period of time. It can be as short as like 15 minutes. We will know which traffic light is still functioning and which one is not functioning at all. Besides this, ARIS also can help us to optimize the traffic light timing plans. So we know that many traffic light timing plan is not appropriate. So that's why you can see that some in some traffic light during certain time, some there is a high demand, long queue, but some other branches there's no car at all. So therefore, ARIS can help us to know whether the traffic light timing plan is good or not good. But we are not talking about on one single traffic light, but we are talking about on multiple traffic light. So we want to put them together. So I always say that traffic lights, they are not alone. They're just like a troop. So we want to give instruction to all this army so they can work by themselves, okay, so that they can work together, collaborate, and give the best service to the users.
Now, Prof, when you say traffic lights, I mean a traffic light management center, like ARIS is it's playing that role. How does that correlates to the incidents of floods, the traffic congestions? How does ARIS play towards that direction?
I think you touched a very important point. So now ARIS embarked into a new area, okay, we want to assess the effect of the natural disasters on our road networks. Recently, or maybe now, we're still having the flooding problem. So now ARIS can tell us, okay, which route is still usable, which route is not functioning at all. This is very important information for them to evacuate the victim. And this is not only for flooding. It also can apply in like volcano, earthquakes, and so on. I think if one day that we can make this function become more measured, it will not only contribute to the traffic, but it will save more life.
The government of Malaysia believes in a smart city approach to urban planning, development and management to improve the quality of life of urban people, supported by the technological breakthrough of the Fourth Industrial Revolution.
Could you actually tell me a little bit more on the relationship between your innovation as well as the smart city framework that Malaysia has drafted? Like, which state are we currently in?
We are at the beginning stage, or in most of the city in our country haven't started yet. So when we talk about smart cities, I think this is not it's a very common term. I believe that everyone know about it or heard about it before. But what is smart city? Smart city is a kind of management to manage when the city population up to one level, but the city growth rate is always slower than the population growth rate. So when this thing happens, we have to find a way so that the huge number of people still can live in the city comfortably, convenient and safe. Safety is very important when we talk about smart city. Comfortable, convenience, okay, and safe. So, but when we look at this, smart city is not only we look at this transportation, it's all aspect. But anyway, transportation play a very important role. If we fail to have a smart transportation, then don't dream that we will have the smart city.
Now, Prof, what are the potential and challenges for ARIDS, coming from you, a visionary on this groundbreaking AI program where you are trying to conquer the world by using this program?
Okay, I think this is not a slogan. Technically, is possible. Okay, so because the RE system is using or is led on the Google Map, so I think you can check the traffic situation in any country covered by Google Map. So that's why technically there is no problem. But maybe financially and also the support, especially the political support, is very important. I have to find a way to break through. So now we plan to have to develop what we call the amended traffic monitoring centers. If we reach that stage, that means that if any country there's a natural disaster happen anytime, because as we know the disaster, it won't inform you earlier, quick. So then we are ready. So because the database is there, is running, then we can help the country, that particular country, to give them information about what is the situation in the country, especially in the traffic situation. To make ARIS a successful system, I need more help, not only from one party, from many parties. Okay, especially from the government, from the investor, private sectors, and also from the media. So media will help me to promote this so that the authority know more about this. The other thing is that because I'm quite lucky, ARIS is moving in the right tracks. So I have a company, give me a very good support, financial support. Even I said that I want to go to China because China is big, there's a big market. So he said that no problem, I can make it. I can help you to make it happen. So that's why I say I'm in the right tracks. So but now I just need to get more blessing from our governments, from various departments. I strongly believe that ARIS not only can be used by MOT, but also can be used by any other ministry. Like for example, like MOSTI, and also like Ministry of Health, because like one of the potential user, it must be the hospitals. So hospital receive my information, then they will double check with the police so that they can take action immediately to save more life on roads.
So would you say, Prof, your ending message would be to save more lives?
This is my dream. I want to save more life, not only life in our country, in the whole world.
The key here is efficiency, thanks to the brilliant minds driving innovations at our top institutions and forward-thinking government initiative. We are on a path to better solutions. For Malaysia, it is time to embrace the digital revolution and to utilize it to overcome challenges and physical limitation in developing a better quality of life in a sustainable nation. Only on Decimal Point.